reserve currency. Every other nation would peg its currency to the dollar, and the dollar itself would be backed by gold. At least in theory. The creature had achieved what every manipulator dreams of: normalization. People stopped questioning why prices rose every year. They accepted debt as part of life. They celebrated credit cards, student loans, and mortgages as signs of prosperity. But debt is not prosperity. Debt is tomorrow's slavery disguised as today's comfort. By the 1990s, the Federal Reserve had become not just a national institution, but a global oracle. Its chairman, Alan Greenspan, was treated like a high priest of finance. When he spoke, markets trembled. When he cut interest rates, entire nations adjusted their economies. The illusion of control had reached its zenith. The creature now dictated the tempo of world trade, the rhythm of growth, the boundaries of recession. And all of it rested on one fragile foundation: confidence. But confidence is not a resource, it is an emotion, and emotions are fickle. The dot-com bubble, the housing bubble, the global financial crisis of 2008, each one exposed the same flaw: you cannot print trust. Every boom fueled by easy credit ends in collapse, and every collapse is followed by a bailout that rewards the very architects of failure. After 2008, the Federal Reserve expanded its balance sheet to levels previously unthinkable, pumping trillions into the system. The justification was familiar: to stabilize markets. But in truth, the bailout was not for the people, it was for the machine. Let me say this clearly: the purpose of the modern monetary system is not to create prosperity, but to preserve control. The Fed doesn't need to own your business, it only needs to control the price of your credit. It doesn't need to tax your income directly. Inflation does that automatically. It doesn't need to seize your freedom. Your dependence on its currency does that willingly. The world that emerged after World War II was built on faith. Faith in the dollar, faith in central banks, faith in the myth of endless growth. But faith without discipline becomes delusion. And we are now living in the era of delusion, where debt is wealth, spending is saving, and printing is productivity. Nations borrow from the future to buy comfort in the present, ignoring that the bill always comes due. The only question is when and who will pay it. But even in this, there is opportunity, because every illusion carries within it the seed of awakening. When a system overreaches, it reveals itself. And today, as the dollar faces competition from digital currencies, from nations trading outside its orbit, from a world tired of being held hostage to one country's printing press, the cracks are widening. The next chapter is not collapse, but correction. The creature is wounded. And when the system resets, those who understand real value will rise.